Fatimah tell you we will interview on you.
Okay.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Um,
morning.
Today we will interview you about digital tools in English learning. Before that, we will introduce ourselves.
Okay.
First, my name is Muhammad Fahri Hidayat,
Mm-hmm.
and this is my friend uh, Fatimah Az-Zahra, Dilan Muhammad Kolbu, and also Ceska Maulidia.
Okay.
Okay, before we start our interview, I will ask you some question.
Mm-hmm.
The first question is, can you introduce yourself by starting your full name and what is the name of your school and where is it?
Okay. 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 Before I introduce myself, I'm so happy to meet with you as an English education department students. Because I'm also as a part of English education department. I think I have been graduated from 2012.
Oh,
So I think I'm so happy today because I can help you ask to do your assignment to do your final assignment. And then I will introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. My name is Taufik Hidayat, SPD, as an English teacher in MTS Arosidiah Bandung. MTS Arosidiah Bandung is located in Jalan Cikuda, number 10, RW 11, kalau tidak salah. Dan I think I live in Bandung and my home is around 500 meters from the school.
oh,
And the identity of my school as MTS Arosidiah Bandung has a good collaboration, I think, with UIN Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung because some month, yeah, for a month ago, I have been as a teacher tutor guru pamong bersama PPL lainnya. Jadi sepertinya MTS Arosidiah punya kerjasama yang bagus dengan UIN Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung. I think it is enough.
okay, it's enough, sir.
Okay,
I'm so
thank you.
proud because you graduated from English Education Department of UIN Sunan
Mhm,
Jati Bandung.
mhm.
Next question is, um, what type of school is it, and what grade or class do you currently teach?
Hmm. I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What type of school is it,
Oh, the type.
such as public, private,
Oh,
religious, or vocational?
uh-huh.
And what grade or class do you currently teach?
Okay. The school identity is as a public school with a good religions. MTS, ya. Public school with a good religions. And I teach in grade 7 and grade 8 for young learners. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The next question is, how long have you been teaching in English subject?
In English subject, I have been teaching more than 5 years. until
Oh,
today.
it is long time, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Okay. For the next question is, what digital tools or platform do you use most often in teaching?
Mhm. The digital tools that I'm usually use in the classroom is I think just a projector and my PC
Ah,
and a platform. I usually use quizzes
oh,
just
okay.
to do an evaluation in the last meeting of the class. Uh, jadi terakhir kita pakai ya quizzes lah. Sering-seringnya pakai quizzes. Selain dari itu saya jarang pakai juga tuh karena because we have a limited time to do a preparation using a
Hmm.
projector. Kadang proyektornya dipakai sama guru lain cuma ada satu proyektornya.
Oh, okay. Um, how do these tools support student in language skills such as reading, writing, listening, and speaking?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How do these tools support student for language learning?
Oh yes, uh, to support our material that we learn in the class, we use a projector. It's have a good support. It has a good support to the students because they have a good attention. When
Ah,
I use the projector, they more have an attention to hear me, to hear the teacher, to see the teacher. They have more attention. Then more that then I just do it traditional method pakai
ah,
ceramah dibanding pakai ceramah mereka lebih tertarik pakai proyektor dan kadangkala I saw the students with some videos with real real speakers, real native speakers.
hmm.
So I think it can be a good support to their listening and their speaking.
Ah, I
Uh,
see.
you get the point, yeah?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, for the next question, do you differentiate your
Yeah.
digital activities for different learner levels?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you differentiate your digital activities for different learner?
Yes.
Okay.
Nah, because
If yes, how?
uh, we have a term diferensiasi ya,
Yes, differentiate.
diferensiasi. Ya, diferensiasi jadi membedakan antara kemampuan dari satu peserta didik dengan peserta didik yang lain. Kita tidak dipukul rata tapi we have a different type, different
Different level of learner.
different learner of different
Level.
learning level.
Yes.
Ya, kita punya cara untuk diferensiasi pembelajaran. Kalau dalam istilah Merdeka Belajar ada istilah diferensiasi pembelajaran di mana kita membedakan materi yang kita ajarkan dari taksonomi Bloom-nya itu.
Ah.
Dari taksonomi Bloom-nya kita gunakan ini L1, ini L2, ini L3.
Oh.
Maka kita kadang kalau yang L1 paling hanya sekedar tujuan pembelajarannya just to know the vocabularies, for example, just to know the name of the things around the class. It just level 1 ya. level 2-nya. Nah, kalau siswanya yang level 2 kita bedakan juga dari cara mengevaluasinya, berikut juga cara mengajarnya. Cara mengajarnya juga dipakai diferensiasi. Baik itu dalam metode ataupun cara ataupun pendekatan dengan peserta didiknya gitu.
Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you for your information.
Oke.
For the next question, how do you ensure that technology enhance learning instead of distracting student?
Oke, I'm sorry. What is the meaning of ensure?
Wait,
Eh, ya pengantin. Gerak yuk Putri istirahat. Terima lancar insya Allah anjing. Ya,
ensure in Indonesia kayak memastikan.
memastikan.
Jadi how do you ensure your uh, how do you ensure that technology uh,
Mhm.
enhance learning instead of distracting student for learning?
Ya, untuk memastikan apakah itu sesuai dengan siswa, biasanya ya kita lihat di akhir evaluasi in the last part of the learning activity in the classroom, we have an evaluate the material. Kita bisa mengevaluasi materinya sejauh mana ketercapaian dari pembelajaran di hari itu. Jika memang nilainya itu sesuai atau nilainya masih di bawah KKM, berarti penggunaan digital tools itu masih memiliki kekurangan. Atau kalau misal hasilnya sudah cukup bagus dari sekian banyak siswa, 50% ke atas sudah bagus, oh berarti materi pembelajaran bisa dilanjutkan. Tapi kalau masih kurang berarti ada sesuatu yang salah dari penggunaan atau cara penyampaian digital tools tersebut, I think. I'm sorry I'm using an Indonesian because it's hard to say by an English language.
It's okay, sir. Okay, for the next question, what challenges do you face when integrating digital tools into your lesson?
I'm sorry.
What is your challenge when you integrating digital tools into your lesson?
Okay, the challenge is when I have an idea to how these digital tools with the characteristic of students, they can be paired and they can be have a good attention. Sometimes we have a good digital tools, we have a good platform, but the student has no attention like
Oh,
that.
I see.
Mhm. Jadi the characteristic of the students is memiliki pengaruh juga karakternya karena karakter dari peserta didik di kami ya banyak-banyaknya karakter peserta didik yang ya menengah ke bawah, baik secara ekonomi, baik secara pendidikan ataupun baik secara sosial. Jadi ketertarikan untuk mereka they motivational to study it's less. Motivasi belajarnya masih kurang.
Oh, I see, sir. Okay, next for Fatimah Azhra.
Okay, sir. For the last question is, what recommendation would you give to other teachers who want to use digital tools effectively?
Mhm. Could you repeat, Fatimah? The
Yes.
question is.
What recommendation would you give to other teachers who want to use digital tools effectively?
Okay. I just write ya, just wait.
Okay, sir.
Okay, my recommendation to other teacher who has same job and profession as an English teacher, when they use the digital tools, I think they have to know also the characteristic of the students, because like I just say before, the characteristic of the student is very important. Not of all digital tools, not of all platform can be paired with the characteristic of the students. I think if the student is has a high qualification in their social economies and education, I think the function of digital tools is will be better, ya, dibanding dengan digital tools tapi digunakan di peserta didik yang memiliki karakteristik yang kurang. Jadi sarannya untuk guru-guru yang lain, tetap gunakan digital tools dengan baik, because we have a digital we have in digital eras. Jadi mau tidak mau penggunaan digital tools itu jadi harus untuk kita. Tapi lihat juga karakteristik peserta didiknya. Bagaimana nih menarik untuk peserta didik. Seperti itu.
Oke, thank you, Sir. For the last nih, ya. Untuk terakhir, ada kata-kata atau motivasi untuk kita nih mungkin yang bisa jadi calon guru seperti Bapak gitu. Jadi guru bahasa Inggris.
Our motivational to of you all as English teacher, don't you have to be brave to show your strengths. You can do a good speaking, just speak loudly, baik itu benar ataupun salah di hadapan siswa, because we have an English teacher, ya. Because we as an English teacher, we have to build the English environment in the class. Jadi when you teach the students everywhere, you have to build an English environment in the class. What we can start just to speak an English in the class. Saya juga kalau di kelas, ya meskipun karakteristik peserta didik seperti itu, tapi mulai dibiasakan, dibudayakan tiap pelajaran bahasa Inggris, ya kita bicaranya bahasa Inggris. Jadi jangan takut berbicara bahasa Inggris di dalam kelas, baik itu kelas berapapun, kelas 7, 8, 9, dimanapun, seperti itu. Maka I think just it.
Oke, thank you, Sir.
Semangat.
Ya, terima kasih Pak udah have to give us the motivation, have give us the answer how to use the digital tools at the
Okay.
school and being a teacher.
Okay.
And before we move, we can you take pictures first.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm gone. 1, 2, 3. Once more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you, sir, and
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
have a nice day. So, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very